Alright, so what happened here? It's me again. Alright, so I installed a lot here. So as we can see here, it says welcome to LinuxLite 6.6. Alright, what happened? So why? Oh, Wednesday 8 April 2026. So how come I'm in LinuxLite 6.6? I believe LinuxLite 6.6 is still in the bookworm area. Or, yeah, in the bookworm thing. Packages, because as you can see, it is a nightmare what they're going to do with Rust. You know, I mean, the best thing is the last video already. Ubuntu 26, minimum 6 GB of RAM, and then this Lundu guy, he just put a video out how memory unsafe the whole thing is. The rewrite of the GNU tools. It's, I mean, why in the world? I mean, yeah, I understand why in the world. I mean, people are very interested in getting Trojans in. As I said, Linux is under heavy attack. Yeah, it's already infiltrated. That's why everything gets splitted up, right? And trust me, systemd together with Rust and Wayland, this is it. That is a big downfall. I mean, I think Ubuntu 26 says already, it shows it. It's going downhill very, very quick. So I took the liberty to install LinuxLite 6.6, and oh yeah, I installed, of course, my VPN. And yes, I have a affiliation link, but I don't post it, so you don't. I don't get rich on you. Okay, so uname. My kernel is 15.15 and 0.17. And it's, of course, it's on hold, because see what I got here is sudo. Can you see that? No worries, I'll put that in the where is it? Appearance. I will put that into the description, that you have it a bit easier than I have here. So sudo space apt-mark hold, and then space hold space linux dash image dash $s in brackets uname space dash arc, and then if you shoot this up, this thing is actually on hold. And I did this with the image. I did this with the headers and with the modules. After I installed already VirtualBox. Here's VirtualBox. Just imagine this. This is all installing just fine. I mean, it's 6.1 because I have it from the LinuxLite tools. Where are they? Let me see. I'll just click that away. Well, right, so I go just in here. There we go. LinuxLite software. Oh yeah, my super secret password. So this is running in a virtual machine from Unraid, of course. And you can see that I got my NVIDIA graphic card passed through. And you can already see my Synology drive is here. My Synology nodes are here. And I try to, as I said, I always try to stay in the ecosystem which comes with the distro, right? So these are all dep files. And when nothing works, then I'm trying to do, like I had to add here Brave, right? Because they have a very old, oh yeah, I come to it. But like, first things first. So I try to stay in the ecosystem, and otherwise then I usually go for Flatpaks, because then you get everything what you want. So, but one little hook is here. If you install Linux, here, that's the install thing. But I have to go and remove, then you can see what I already used here. So I installed OBS Studio, which works nice. And installed the NVEnc. Installed Password Manager, KeePass, XC, VirtualBox. That's why I did that. Back to Task Selector. And they have quite a few more you can install here. So in the moment, this is what I want. In the moment, I'm okay. And I wanted to make that video too, of course. So, and as it's in a virtual machine, it's a working machine, right? So I think the next one might be here, Clementine. That I have some music going on here. So quit. And so yeah, I put these on hold things here. And I think I showed them in the last video about MX 23.6. So you can see the whole thing, and all the commands are there, except these when you have to easily, without any problems, hold your kernel headers and modules. And if we look at htop, I mean, yeah, I had lots of things running here. So but you see, I've got zero swap here. I've got 10 CPUs, of course, better saying. There's not much action here, OBS, you know, because the graphic card is doing the encoding. It installs that just fine. The VirtualBox will work too. It's 6.1. I think it's the same, which works just perfectly on GhostBSD. No problem here, I think. Let me have a look quick. No, they don't let me yet. Okay, because I'll figure that out. If I have a problem, I will let you know. Oh, my ears are hurting for my headphone. Okay, I hope I'm not making too much noise. So the only problem I had here is when I fired this up, because they had installed Google web browser, which I don't know which one is which. I don't really care. I didn't want to install here Firefox because it comes as a snap, and I didn't want that snap. And what I had to do is, because I couldn't even run an update or anything, because it was always complaining GPG key and blah 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 blah. So what I did is I just went here in the repositories, and I went into other software, and you see that I unclicked HTTPS DL Google Com Linux Chrome Dev Stable. So I unclicked that, and then everything is just working fine here. And Jammy, I think that is the equivalent to what's it called? To Bookworm. And this is still software which works just fine, right? So I might be even wrong that Jammy is maybe older. Let's have a look. I could have done this before. Yeah, I know. So, Ubuntu Jammy release 2204. Yeah, no, I think that's the same thing, no? Right, that's okay. Yeah. Let's see when it's running out. I could have maybe read the AI stuff, but I don't want to. Introduction, get Ubuntu, download. Yeah, the sad thing is, I mean, this all comes to an end. As I said, Linux is under heavy attack. Anyway, the Babylon system is just about to destroy the whole world, but it will take till October. So they want to, but they just can't for now. But it will get bad, and it will get worse, and all you need to know is there's rapture. If we don't get raptured, we get killed. So there's no other way around here. This is just what it is. So I like the Brave browser here for now. I've got the old Thunderbird here, but I haven't uploaded my profile yet. What I had on the, I still have it on my laptop. And I'm working with the MX 23.6 in a moment, heavy hard. Because, you know, they all have to be tested. Because it's when people show you the ISO file or just install and open up, oh yeah, look, there's a nice text editor, and there's this. That doesn't really tell you how the system is holding up when you really got to open things. You know, you have your Thunderbird open, you have your browser open, you have PDFs open, you have an LibreCalc open, and you have the file manager open, and you're syncing files, and so the whole thing. You know, when you actually put some weight on these systems, that's the time it tells you if it's doing all right or if it's giving you hiccups. Right, and then if you play around with virtual machines, doesn't matter if it's Word Manager or VirtualBox. I prefer still VirtualBox. This is just how it is, and I'm always right, as we know it. All right, so this is this, and look what they got. They got Stego side here, suit, not side. It's a bit blackish. That is that picture thing. You can add a picture. And then you can put a text in this picture and save it and send the picture. And nobody knows that there is actually a text hidden. That is pretty good to protect yourself from identity theft, you know, data brokers, scammers, especially scammers, right? Doesn't matter where they come from and all that stuff. Yeah, so that's a good thing. And of course, I usually have always PGP on, which doesn't help you much when people send you an email from Gmail account. Yeah, great. You can use Gmail account. That's not a big deal if you use PGP or GPG, right? Because Thunderbird encrypts even the subject. All you have is these square brackets and 2 dots until you actually unencrypt it. And Thunderbird makes it actually easy. It encrypts also with your public key, so that you can actually, your private key, that you can actually read the sent messages. Right, so it's with the public key from the receiver and with your own private key that you always can see your own sent emails. You need to know what you wrote, right? All right, so that's what we all do. I mean, honestly, people, you got to start. It's about time. It's about time to protect yourself from all these scammers. Let's call them scammers, right? You know what I mean? So we have to protect ourselves from this, from data brokers, scammers, not scanners. Yeah, scanners too. They're bad. They're scanning us. All right. So firewall, I don't think I have it on yet, and I don't check it yet. So, I mean, what I like here is see, what are all these good distros are going to do? You know, like MX, they made a good statement with the digital ID, child, what's it called? Age verification. Yeah, protect the children. Never heard that. To flatten the curve, trust the science. So, back to the story here. Like MX 23.6, I think that lasts till 2028. The same should happen here with Jemmy, with LinuxLite 6.6. That should be just fine. So no one of us, I don't think, lives longer than this. Because if the rapture is in October, end of October, beginning of November, then in April, May is the end of World War III. That is a nuclear disaster when everything gets really, really destroyed. And everybody who is not with the beast system is then dead. I think almost everybody. So will be dire, bad times. However, oh yeah, let's see what this says. Oh, this PC. Okay, thanks, great. Doesn't tell me anything. Not telling me anything. So, I thought I get the same information here, like we had with MX. System information. Let's see that. All right. So here you can see I got my Ryzen CPU, the Ryzen 7, and it's 10 threads from 0 till 9, right? It's 10. RAM 12 gigabyte. That's not too bad. My NVIDIA graphic card, right? The RTX 3070. My printer is already, HPlib installed without any problems. I put a PCI USB card through, so I don't have to tickle around with the sound card. So I bought a Soundbuster USB card. What about the operating system? Here it is. No, I want to have a bit more availability here. Oh yeah, here we go. Linux 5.15, that's our kernel. Yep. 2026, they don't tell you how long it lasts. So uptime 34 minutes. Yeah, I had to reboot often, right? When I installed VirtualBox, I have to reboot for the kernels and everything to get loaded properly. And I usually reboot when I install a lot. Yeah, here they don't tell you how long that system is going to work. Sadly. No, they don't tell it. I like that MX that they say, okay, so supported till June 2028. Yeah, I don't have any worries that I make it for 2028. That's not going to happen, guys. All right. So this is it. I just wanted to show you guys. So this still works. The only problem you might have, and if you are new to Linux or you don't know too much, this is the Synaptic. Usually you find it here in systems. They call it Package Manager. That's the one you have to open up. Then you put your password in, which you did at the installation. Then you go in Settings, Repositories, into Other Software, unclick the Google thing, and then everything is working just fine. And when I looked for Nextcloud Desktop, this didn't show all up. So the 4 showed up. This one, these top 4 showed up. And the Nextcloud Desktop didn't. So now you know if you put Nextcloud-Desktop, this will show up then. I don't know what it was. Maybe a hiccup. I don't know. Maybe I didn't give it enough time. But yeah, I'm a bit impatient, I guess. Well, it's just what it is. So yeah, I'm pretty happy to have this running here now. So the good thing is the virtual images, you can transfer them from VirtualBox to libvirt, then you can transfer it here to, I mean, the Q-code too. Then you can get it to the Unread virtual machine. What else can you do? You can, if you really want it, you can just run with rescuedZilla or clonezilla. You can make an image and then put it on your computer, wherever you want, on any hard drive, on your laptop, on your PC, And that's the easiest thing. Like my MX installation from my laptop, I will run rescuezilla on it, and then have an image, just in case if I ever distro hop, which I hope this time not, because I'm trying to get now stable here with, I have quite some computers, I guess. I still have a computer for playing around of testing software out and these things, so that's what we do together in this channel. But I want certain softwares like these here. I want to install them, I got everything running what I want. And so I have to install here Flatpaks because I need Bamboo Lab here and some other little things. But everything I can get here from Ubuntu in this case, I get it because it's all the old stuff, the good stuff. The new stuff, they can shuffle it somewhere. And yeah, it's very sad. I see the rise and downfall of Linux. Isn't that sad? So, and yeah, all from very bad intent people. So, pretty sad, but this is what it is. Not much we can do. And well, it's the end times, right? There's not much we can do. This is how it's going to be. God told us. Shouldn't be a big secret. We all know it, how bad it's going. And you can see the Ezekiel 38 war is slowly steady and moving on. And it will move on. This will get really, really bad there. And Linux is, again, Linux BSD, this is usually not a political platform. This is humans working for humans. So the whole left and right is a lie. There is no left and right. There is actually, you're either pro-human or you're not. And when you believe in left and right, then, yeah, what can I say? You're already being fooled. Which many people are. Let's not say I wasn't fooled. I was fooled too. Of course I was. Everybody else, because we couldn't even fathom how evil that world is. Now we get a little show to see how bad and evil it really, really is. But what can we do? This is it. What's going on here? Synology client, up to date. Okay, that looks good. Here's my VPN. I use private internet access because I have a really good deal. I always pay for 3 years and then it's pretty cheap. Does everything what I want. I got it running on my Synology NASes as a network, as a virtual network. So everything through the NAS runs then through that VPN. What else do I have? My Nextcloud here. I've got... Where is my... Oh yeah, that's the Synology drive. Okay, and here's the Nextcloud. So I work with these both. Synchronizing my KeyPass database here. Here's my KeyPass. You can see that. And yeah, it's kind of interesting how quick you get your computer installed. Actually, it goes very, very quick. And the good thing is, you know, this is it's a ripe system. That means this system is bulletproofed, I would say. It really, really works. There's no rust in this kernel, absolute zero, which is so amazing, isn't it? You just imagine. No rust, 5.15. I think in 6 they started with putting rust experimental in, which was already the beginning of the downfall. There is no the beginning, you know. It's the same with the age verification, digital ID. This is just the entry. Usually they try to get these legislation through. Some people call it law. It really isn't. It's a legislation for registered persons, not for real humans. And then they just amend it. And then all of a sudden, I mean, they justify crimes. And I mean, war crime seems to be totally normal now. That doesn't seem to exist anymore, such thing. Then, how can I say this? These criminals from that island, nothing really happens. Nobody's chasing them and nobody's trying to persecute them. It's all quiet on the Western Front, isn't it? Isn't that weird? You do park wrong and don't pay your parking ticket. Trust me, they're coming for you. This is it. So, selective legislation, that is weird stuff, isn't it? Yeah, so, but I don't want to go there. I don't want to get there. I really don't care much. I made a statement in 2020, public statement on Facebook, that I do not consent to any of these legislations that pull out of their, let's say it had. You know what I mean? So, I'm out of this. I have nothing to do with that. I don't belong to them. I'm not their property. They don't own the land. They don't own the people. They're employees in best case, but they're really not working for us, but getting paid from our money, spending our money, and trying to rule. Just imagine you have a business, you have a manager employed, and he's now trying to rule and tells you, yeah, no, let's not go there. However, So I'm really happy with what I got here again. So I got everything working what I want. Yes, I do have to install Flatpaks, and I think I do that quick because I want to put age verification there too. And that's a principle. There's no big principle or small principle. That's a principle. I just say no, this is not going to happen. They're not my mom, not my dad, and I've got 3 billion reasons why I do not want to put anything out there. Yeah, I demerit. 3 billion accounts hacked. And the best is, I've just seen it again. I think it was today. TD Bank. Oh, I lost my password. Can you help me? Oh, yes, I can do this right away. Guess what they want? Your driving license, your address, your birth date, all these what is hacked from this account. So these hackers can get whatever they want because they can just get access to your bank account. See, the government, they can have my passport. They actually give that to me, right? But I'm not putting anything online. No way, absolutely not. And if you saw my last video about these gentlemen which give everything to keep our children safe, then you know exactly why you can't do it. All right, that is that. Yeah, that video was called something like age verification and MX 23.6. And now we're having LinuxLite here, 6.6. Because it really hurts, you know. How can I say this? They did such a good job with 7.8. They changed the lots of eye candy. Oh, the problem they have now, they're working with Trixie packages, and the name says it, right? Rust says it. Rust is Rust, right? Trixie is Trixie. Yeah, tricks. So you know, nobody wants that. And as I said, the first time I got aware on it was with my wife has LMDE 6, and I had the Ubuntu version, the higher version already with Trixie, the Debian variant of Trixie, and I had nothing then trouble. I said, oh, that's of course it's Ubuntu, that's why. So I put in on LDE 7, thinking I can update the computer for my wife, and then she will be happy having a massive menu which goes 2/3 over the whole screen. That's the new menu from LMDE 7 from Cinnamon. I don't think that's a good idea, but well, I put the old menu back on, but it didn't help me because it was still Trixie and it quirks around. So, and LMDE 6 is still on bookworm. It's just doing fine. There is no quirking around. Everything's working as intended. Does a good job. So what are these good distros are going to do? You know, like MX. I don't know how far OpenMandrio. Yeah, they're depending on these packages too, right? Then BSD. Yeah, when they rewrite the GNU tools, this will be a problem too to all these BSDs and Ghost BSD. And yeah, well, as I said, MX. And I mean, I haven't had that on Calculate Linux, which is Gen 2, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't trust the whole thing. All these good distros, you know, they're doing all their best, and like Dev1 and all these things, they're just fine. The people put their efforts in to make it safe and sound and a good experience, and they avoid all these downfalls like yeah, you can get Wayland, I think, but they keep out systemd, no age verification, all these criminal legislation, they're not regarded, which is good, because it just makes no sense. That is a blind trying to describe a color. Whoever tried to make this legislation. I mean, we know where it comes from and where it's going to go, and this is why they put it out. And yeah, people got to stand up, otherwise there's no hope anymore otherwise. All right, so that is that. Yeah, I'm really sorry. I mean, when I had to put LinuxLite out because it gave me trouble too, and to be honest, that wasn't LinuxLite 7.8. That is the Trixie packages, right? And these Rust kernels. So you put that all together, you have a disaster. It's the same what they did with cars, right? First RGE, all the exhaust burns in the chamber. So, oh yeah, clean air, this is really good. Okay, let's make a turbo, smaller engine. Oh yeah, that is okay too. Oh, you know what? Let's have a GDI engine. Yeah, okay, now this is ruining the engine. And let's have thinner oil. Now this is giving it maximum warranty lifetime. And then it's dead, your car, if you stick with all that stuff, right? So that's how you have to see it, how they add on, right? It's like chemicals. The one is okay, the other one is okay. You mix them, all of a sudden you got poison. So, you know, you got a pandemic all of a sudden. So, however, yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that. So here, yeah, typical the old XFCE, which is very, very nice. This is what we want, not the Rust version. I mean, this I don't understand. Do they really have so much money that they can throw their resources away, rewriting stuff in an inferior language, programming language? It's total nonsense. I don't know. Well, there's still other things going on, like LXQT is good, and IceWM is very nice. I like that very much too. Then there's OpenBox. I got Boron from Bunsen Lab. That's very nice too. And they're also on Bookworm right now. I got it installed already here, I think. Yeah, I got it. I just have to work on the design because I don't like this massive panel on the left. But you can move it around, so they have all the tricks. I just have to get used to this, what they have. And once you know it, then you can make it the way you like it. And yeah, of course, we have to find some nice background here. Well, I like clear skies, you know. They try to give you now all these drawing things so that you don't see what happens to our world. That looks not too bad. I don't want to be here on this thing. Oh, no, thank you. Oh, no. No, I'm not really. No, what's that? That seems to be exclusive. Well, here you're doomed. Well, yeah, no, I don't want to be on a machine like that. No, thank you. Oh, yeah, okay, here's another beach. Brazil, I guess. All right. This is it, guys. I just wanted to make a video that if you have time, if you have machines, even use a virtual machine, whatever, and don't be shy with your size, with your virtual hard drives. Make them, I don't know, 200 gigabyte at least, or something like that. Or if you have smaller disk, like SSDs 120, make them 115 or 110, so that you can use them from virtual machine and with RescueZilla make an update and put it on any computer you ever want, whenever you want. So there is no age verification. You just put it on and you got everything installed you want. All good. Right? Yeah, when they then cut the internet, I'm not interested in either. So I will be very nicely walking in nature instead of sitting in front of computers. I need it for work usually, and I like playing around with it. That's why I do everything so far as I can. Everything is locally. Local. My address book's local, calendar local, my notes local. Everything is local. Yeah, even my Synology drive and everything. Yeah, this is that. So I can only encourage you guys, try things out and get the old ISO files. In a moment you can still download them. I downloaded 5.5 from LinuxLite. Yeah, that didn't really work. I don't know what I did there, but so 6.6 is fine. So everything till Bookworm, I would say you have zero problems. Everything is nice. As I said, with my GR9, I didn't have any trouble there either. That was also very stable. So I'm very happy to have all these things. So I focus now to get some of these desktops that will be MX23.6. I got it already running. Then I've got LinuxLite 6.6. Then I will have my GR9. That is pretty nice. OpenMandriva. I used the LXQT version for an old one, and I put IceWM on. That was very nice too. What else can we do? Yeah, LMDE6. So I've got all the old ISO files, and I will make all virtual machines with it, and I'll pack them full with all the software I can ever want, so that when everybody goes ballistic, I got my things running, and I don't need to install anything and ask for permission or the ridiculous age verification. It's total nonsense. Yeah, that is that. All right, guys. So yeah. I can only strongly recommend, if you want to avoid the insanity, install your systems, put everything on you ever wanted, and make virtual machines. Play around, pack them full with all the software you need and can imagine. the best you can. And then you don't have to worry about when they start their nonsense, you know. Alright, actually it's not nonsense, and they are done making mistakes. This is all planned. This is very well thought through, not from these clowns here. It's from long before them. It's all planned through, and it's not from these monkeys. So, this is what it is. So, and we have to get through to a certain time until Rapture is coming. And I can't wait. I hope I make it. I don't know, actually. How would I know? You know, how do you qualify? Yeah, chosen and faithful. So I hope I am, but I don't know. I will let you know. Once I get raptured, I will let you know. If I'm not getting raptured, oh dear me. We have to stand together and going down tall, right? Okie dokie. That is that, yeah. And I think SimpleX is now, I looked in many messengers. I got Session, but I have a non-Google phone, the de-Google phone, Graphen OS, and then the push doesn't work. I will make an extra video about these things that you can send stuff around. Slowly but steady, some people start using it, and I love it because, to be honest, I'm about to drop WhatsApp because my family is using it in Germany and in England, and I think I just drop it. If they don't want to change, I'm not writing postcards. The time's getting too dire. That I would do this. You can't do it anymore. People have to wake up. They all say it's encrypted, and it's really not. The same with Telegram. In groups, it's not. And you can't trust it. Yeah, so scammers, they're still there. Identity theft and data broker. That's why, right? No? That's why we have to protect our privacy. All right, this is it now. I'm really happy actually that I got that installed now. Now I'm really, really, really looking forward. So tomorrow I finish my taxes. I'm almost done, but I procrastinated. And what's the best thing to procrastinate when you can install a LinuxLite 6.6 or like I did before, MX 23.6. I'm working with it on my laptop. That's how I do my taxes. And I got everything installed I already wanted. I think I make a list that I don't forget. That I have everything I can just imagine what I ever might need. And I like this Stego suit. I showed that in some videos. Have a look into it. These are good things. And PGP. I mean, honestly, like here, what do I have installed here? Like Cleopatra. It's so easy. Oh, there it is. Pause. Continue. So, you can just... Yeah, that's a LinuxLite guy. Oh, look at that. Not certified. And decrypt, verify, sign, encrypt, import, export, look up on a server. So tools, clear dump, import. So you can do everything you can ever want. What you can, new pair of keys. So you can create your keys, and then you can. But I don't understand why people find it so difficult that they have to say for, let's say, if you send, I use Thunderbird, right? And I set it up that it always encrypt. And if it can't encrypt, then sign it at least, so that that people know it's from me. And they could see if it's tampered. But, so, every now and then when I send somebody an email, I have to say that it says, oh, there's no key. Then I say, okay, don't encrypt. And then it sends it. There's one click more. That doesn't hurt me much. I mean, I cry sometimes because I have to do an extra click. Just imagine this, lifting my finger and pushing the button from the mouse. I mean, honestly, like my family, there's no difference between SimpleX, if you have a group, right? So this is the same thing compared to WhatsApp. It's the same thing, except you're far more protected, because SimpleX doesn't have username, doesn't have email, doesn't want anything from you. And you can always change anonymous. If you think something is some scammer on your heels, you just send an invite link from another anonymous profile. And then you swap all over and goodies. Right? So, it's the same when you get hacked, right? Or when passwords get hacked. You got to go in and change your passwords. Alright, there's so much to say, so much to do. The best thing is now set up your systems, download everything you might ever think you need. Yeah, as many as you can. Alright, yeah, here I'm a little bit limited. I think I can get Chromium. I use Brave, that's good enough for now here. I don't use that Google thing. I would have loved to have LibreWolf here. Maybe I get a package. I will see. But I wanted to reinstall on the system because the extensions for KeePass, they don't work on the Flatpaks browsers. Yeah. So that's why we always have to install them on the system. Alright, that is that. The hard knuckle people, they don't have extensions. They just go copy paste from their KeePass manager. Well, I like the comfort. So the lazy guy, right? Alright, that is that. I think everything is still updated here. Yep, it's all good. And I would say have a good day, have a good night. Try things out, set up your system now. Don't wait. Put everything on you ever want. So you save yourself all the hassle and frustration from idiocracy. It's not idiocracy, it's evil. And we have to stop making jokes about it. Evil is evil. And it's not funny. So that is that. And yeah, I call it a day, night now. So I might have to walk my little dog. She snapped because I snapped with her at first, and now she snaps with me. Well, it's a dog with character. I like it actually. And look at that, I have a pause button here. Woohoo! Alright, this is it, guys. I'm out now. Have a good day, have a good night, and the next video I might make some recommendations how to stay invisible to scammers and data brokers and all that stuff, right? Okay dokie, guys, have a good night, see you soon. And yeah, this channel is a little bit different than the most. There's no AI, no scripted. I don't do scripts. I just talk out of my head. This is what you get. All right. See you later, guys. Bye bye bye.